Hello lads, lassies, and those of unspecified gender, it's the Irishman here, and today we're going to be talking about what would have happened if Goku had the Nine Tails, and Vegeta had the Sharingan, although that last part feels a little less impressive, and a little less intriguing when you go to click on the video. Either way, this is the 5th part to this What If. And if you haven't seen the other 4 parts, I would greatly recommend you go check those videos out before coming back to this one. A playlist with the other 4 parts will be linked in the description and pinned comment below. Now, without further ado, let's get into the story of this What If. A monster had been released on the Earth. Dr. Gero had created a monstrosity capable of destroying galaxies. His name was Cell. Now here in this timeline, Gero hadn't released 17 and 18. Instead, he kept them captive and locked away so that when Cell was perfected, he could gain true perfection. And then Gero would have the ultimate weapon at his disposal. He knew that Kurama was a power inside of Goku, something that allowed him to beat out all of the other Red Ribbon combatants as well as anything the world has thrown at him, so Gero needed to make sure that when his weapon was made, perfected, it could not be overtaken by anything. So he didn't risk anything with the other androids. He didn't risk anything by improving himself. Instead, he focused all of his time on Cell and making sure that when he got out, he'd be able to attain true perfection. And it worked. He was able to finish Cell way earlier than in the original, seeing as he didn't get killed by 17 and 18, and could focus on speeding up the rejuvenation process that was vital to Cell's creation. After Cell was fully born, he would then go and absorb 17-18 by Gero's instructions, and then with the perfect weapon made, Gero would have no more reason to exist, as Cell was already made, and, well, he had no authority over the Bugman, so Cell killed his master, his father, his creator, and then was left to do whatever he wanted to do. And seeing as his Saiyan blood flowed just as heavily as any other true-blooded Saiyan, he wanted battle. So he went out to confront the Z-Fighters, the current strongest people in the universe. And seeing as Goku was incredibly powerful at this point, he was the first up to face Cell's wrath. And it was a pretty even fight at first. Goku didn't know what he was going up against, but knew it was powerful, so he entered his Super Saiyan 4/Baryon mode-like state. And it was pretty effective at first, but Cell was able to regain footing quite quickly, gaining access to his power more and more as the fight went on. He was still unused to his perfect body, but the more he reeled it in and gained control over his own strength, the more it seemed hopeless for Goku. As though he had not faced anyone even close to the power he had currently, Cell was different, he was stronger. It's almost like Cell was made to counter this power, and he was able to, surprisingly well, to where Goku was only left alive because Cell wished to increase his might past what he was currently at, and he knew Goku was the only proper challenge in the universe. Goku and Cell would spend the next year or so training intensively, although it wasn't exactly Goku's choice to do this. As much as he loved training, this was something different. It was like he was being slaughtered again and again just to abuse Zenkai so he could come back and barely match Cell's power, to which Cell would break his own limits and surpass Goku tenfold yet again. It made it to such a way where the power difference was inconceivable for anybody else on Earth. Even though Gohan continued his training, he eventually unlocked Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, and God, even Super Saiyan 3, it just wasn't enough. Even though his base power skyrocketed, he should by all intensive purposes be capable of throwing his hat in the ring. These were two completely different beasts. Goku was evolving even further than could be imagined at this point, at least for the realm of mortals, and Cell was always one step ahead. When Vegeta landed on the planet, he could feel Goku and Cell's powers from the other side of the globe. It was intense, and it was unlike anything he had ever felt before. He immediately rushed over, assuming this to be where Kakarot was at, and maybe his son, the half-Saiyan prodigy, but no, it was something much different. It was Cell. And as he watched these two powerhouses going at it, blow after blow, shaking the galaxy they were in, Vegeta pondered if he should have even came back. It doesn't look like Goku's enjoying any bit of this. He has been going on all-out fighting for almost a year now, and any time he thinks his body's about to give out, he's going to die, Kurama's essence begins to heal him. It's agony, and they can't prevent it or stop it in any way. So Goku is kept fighting, trying to save the planet from whatever Cell might do if he's not around. And then Vegeta throws his hat in the ring, going into Super Saiyan 2, activating the power of Susanoo, and using all of the abilities he had acquired from the Shinto gods. This actually proved to be pretty effective, and he was able to evade any powerful blasts, and was able to mimic some of the attacks that Goku and Cell were doing, being able to slowly creep up the power wall until eventually he was just as strong as Goku and Cell. Well, maybe not as strong, but just as good of a combatant, as his abilities pushed him incredibly far. Goku, realizing that now he maybe has a chance to end this hell and save the Earth from what is basically for sure destruction if Cell ever gets bored, he sees a way out. He grabs Vegeta by the arm and then teleports away. Yes, Goku might not have instant transmission, but Kurama was a deity from space. He has all sorts of abilities, and teleportation doesn't seem too far-fetched, seeing as it's something that any magical being in the universe is seemingly capable of easily. The Kais are able to, the Yardrats are able to, somehow the Angels aren't, but still. Tangent aside, Goku teleports away, trying to find some place he can reconnect with Vegeta and plan out some way to stop Cell. Now, as for what Cell would be doing at this time, he's mostly just taking in his new power, getting a handle on it. He's been increasing for so long, he hasn't taken a second to actually gain mastery over it. So he marvels at his own incredible might, while Goku and Vegeta are trying to plan some way to overtake the monster. Goku says that Kurama has found certain abilities even he didn't know he had, such as a way to merge powers. Not just Goku and Kurama's, but something more. A fusion-like state that Vegeta and Goku could do with the aid of Kurama. If they were to do this, then Cell wouldn't stand a chance, or at least, maybe. And Vegeta, seeing no other way and realizing that if Cell wins, then Vegeta isn't safe no matter where in the universe he's at, he goes along with it, learning how to do this specific technique that Kurama has, well, kind of founded, and then performing it with Kakarot. The two fuse together to create Vegeta, as it is in the manga, or as is more commonly referred to as Vegito. And the power of a Super Saiyan 4-like Super Saiyan God-ish Vegeta would be insane. Now you might be wondering where this Super Saiyan God part comes from. Well, Vegeta, while training under the Shinto gods, would have attained some level of God Ki, but nothing he could properly utilize with his relatively subpar power. He was strong, yes, but with the amount of God Ki he had and the base power he had, he wasn't able to do anything with it. But now, having Baryon mode as well as all of the power that Goku and Vegeta had collectively obtained, it was enough to push him past his limits and mix a new power he's unlocked with Goku's, which we would probably call Super Saiyan Beyond Deity, which is a bit of a lengthy name, but it's also pretty sick. Either way, a picture of it will be put on screen now to demonstrate how cool it would look. But beyond that, its power is insane, and Goku and Vegeta together now are sure that they can defeat Cell. Returning to Earth, the power-hungry mutant that is the Bugman, would look on in astonishment. His might has been fully contained now, and he is sure that no matter how strong this new fusion is, he will soon overcome it. But what he didn't expect is that Vegeta is not toying around here. Goku has been put through a year of constant torture and is not willing to risk anything, especially now while the Earth is on the line. So he powers up and then sends a powerful Big Bang Kamehameha directly at Cell, eviscerating every single piece of him. Yeah, it'd be over that quick. This power would be insane, and it's something that would alert a certain purple cat deity that would feel it from all the way across the universe. The god of destruction, Beerus, had felt this surge of power, this extinction of an incredible might, and would realize that this has to be the person that he's dreamed of, the Super Saiyan God of legend, which he is entirely right about, as the form that Vegeta had been able to acquire was partially Super Saiyan God, even if mixed with a Super Saiyan 4/Baryon mode-like state. Yes, I haven't decided which it'd be more like, I haven't decided any of this stuff for Goku's transformation. Honestly, it was just meant to be something cool, and I couldn't figure out a name for it. Tangent aside, Beerus is intrigued and wants to taste of this power for himself. He calls forth his angel attendant and demands that they bring him to Earth, to which Whis agrees, packing a bento box and then heading off on their journey to the planet where this incredible strong Saiyan is. The two would then arrive and prepare to interact with this Vegeta, but surprisingly, he's not there. Instead, it's only two separate Saiyans, ones who were nowhere near as strong, although incredibly powerful on their own, as Goku and Vegeta had gotten more God Ki from accessing the Super Saiyan God form. Super Saiyan God works in a weird way, but the gist of it is that now Goku and Vegeta are around where they'd be if they had, let's say, 2 weeks of training with Whis. Nothing much, but enough to skyrocket them past anything from Z. Whis is impressed by the fact that these two mortals have godly energy, even if only minuscule. Neither can access Super Saiyan God, but both of their individual powers are incredible, and Beerus wants to feel both. So the two power up to their max, realizing that Beerus isn't playing around here, and he might destroy the Earth if he doesn't get what he wants. Vegeta recognizing Beerus as the person who tormented his dad in the past, and commanding Goku to do as he says, because this is not someone you want to mess around with. So the two power up into their strongest forms, Goku into Baryon mode and Vegeta into Super Saiyan 2 with Susanoo stacked on top, and then the two rush at Beerus. He's able to evade all of their attacks, and the ones that land have very little damage, but they are definitely still impressive, beyond any other mortal in the known universes. Well, universe, as Jiren does still exist here. Either way, Beerus is more than impressed, and got more than he even expected from here. So he says that if they ever want to get the true power of a god and understand it the way they are just barely tapping into now, then they should go back to his planet and train under Whis, the person that trained Beerus in fact. Then maybe, just maybe, he could have some worthy rivals. And that is where we're going to be ending things for today. I know this was relatively short, but I honestly really don't know what I want to do with this scenario. Originally I wanted to end it, then I realized I can do anything I want with it. It's basically a sandbox in the form of a what if. I can create whatever I want to create, and I can do whatever I want to do. The only problem is it doesn't seem to be getting that much attention. And I don't think many of you enjoy this as much as I might when being able to create Super Saiyan 4 God Susanoo Vegeta, or Vegeto. Either way, I just think it's pretty funny to make whatever I want in this scenario since it doesn't really matter and I had originally planned to stop it. But if you did enjoy, then please like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit the notification bell, that way you're notified whenever I release any new videos. But without further ado, this is, always has been, and always will be the Irishman. Talk to you later. Bye.